Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Super Bowl 57. I want to thank everyone. We broke records with views this year. Thank you for all the support. Let's get into Super Bowl 57. I will have way more videos next week. I wanted to get this early pick in. We got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Chiefs are plus 1.5. And I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think the Eagles is the most popular pick. I did a poll on Instagram. It was about 35% in this game favoring the Eagles. But we know this is going to be an extremely close game. And I looked at the Chiefs last week against the Bengals, and credit to those of you who said the Chiefs would win. But was I the only one not impressed with that performance by the Chiefs? And one thing that is scaring me about the Chiefs is firstly Mahomes' health. But more importantly, the lack of wide receivers. We know Kelsey's going to do what he does. We know he's going to be a great target for Mahomes. But I wonder, with this Philadelphia Eagles secondary much improved, with this Eagles pass rush that pretty much changed the game against San Fran, are the Chiefs going to be able to cope? Are they going to be able to move the ball at a sufficient wavelength to win the game? And I don't think they will, and I'm looking at the other side of the ball. A big part in the Chiefs' victory was their defense against Joe Burrow. We have to tip the fedora, but this game is going to be a complete 360, my friends. Complete 360. Complete different type of offense. We know what the Eagles want to do. They want to pound you, play action, hit you deep. And I do like this Philadelphia offensive line against the Chiefs defensive line. I know Frank Clark's a dog. I know Chris Jones is nasty in the middle, one of the best interior defensive players in the league. But I do think the Philadelphia Eagles will have more run game in this. And when you look at this Chiefs run game, everyone's been telling me all year, oh, Pacheco's changing the game for them, and that this Chiefs team is evolving. The offensive line is nasty. I just haven't seen those things, and I think it's going to make a difference in this type of ball game. It's going to be really close, and I understand if you go back the Chiefs. I completely understand it. You got Mahomes, and I'm the biggest Hertz fanboy there is, but we know there's a big advantage when you look at Mahomes versus Hertz. But we also have to take in who's going to run the ball better, which quarterback is going to be able to make plays outside the pocket. And I think that favors Hertz. And I think Hertz is an absolute gladiator on that field. And in a close Super Bowl, like I expect. I mean, back in the day, Super Bowls used to be blowout after blowout after blowout. Now they're close games decided by minuscule details. Maybe the Hertz running the ball, maybe Hertz scrambling for that first down is the difference in this game. And, you know, I was, like I said, I don't want to take anything away from that Chiefs defense last week. They surprised me. They surprised the whole United States of America. But if we're comparing the defenses in this game, yeah, man, I'm going with the Eagles defense, and it does feel like this Eagles season is a little bit of destiny. Like, we all thought they would be good. I picked them to win that damn division, but I didn't think they would jaywalk into the Super Bowl. Now we know Purdy got hurt, and that completely changed that San Fran game, but Purdy got hurt because he got hit. He got hurt because he got hit. And that's what the Eagles will do to Mahomes. It's not going to be a soft touch on Mahomes in this game. It isn't. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be physical. They're going to hit him 8 to 9 times. Not saying there's going to be 9 or 10 sacks or anything crazy like that, but I think the Eagles get plenty of hands on Mahomes, and I'm not buying into the ankle being well. I know they shot it up with Toradol. I know the hydrocodone was pumping through his veins. But we didn't see the mobility against the Bengals. We didn't see the roll to the right, slang at 35 yards. And my point still stands. I'm not sure the Chiefs have the big play in them. their way to get the big play is Mahomes making magic happen, giving these wide receivers 5-6 seconds to create separation, and that's how they get the big plays. There's no Tyreek Hill walking on that field. And when you look at both of these offenses, ask yourself a question. Which team has the more explosion? Which team would you trust to get a 25 or 50-yard play? That has to be the Eagles. Now, I know Hertz, he hasn't used A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith to the best of their abilities. I've been on here saying this, but I do think the Eagles will have a good game plan. I do think they'll have the better running game, and I think that'll open up things for Hertz. And I don't think Hertz is going to throw it 35, 38 times. So I think this, like, comparing Mahomes versus Hertz is just something that mainstream media wants to do to distract you from the realities of this game. Of course, you want the elite quarterback going into a win or go home situation. Of course, you want to have the better quarterback. But it is a team game, and I think the Eagles got the better team. I think the Eagles got the better squad. I do think the Chiefs have an advantage in the coaching department. We know Big Red Andy Reid is an offensive genius. But even with that being said, I think the meat and potatoes for the Eagles is going to be better. I think the Eagles run the ball better. I think the Eagles play better defense. And I could see the Eagles winning a turnover battle here. This is one thing no one's really talked about the whole year in the Eagles' ascent. They win the turnover battle damn near every game, and you have to do that to win in this league consistently. I do think the Chiefs have been, a bit sloppy with the ball throughout their run, throughout their 5-6 years of dominance in this league. I do think they're a little bit sloppy with the ball. And when you're deciding a game by 3 points or less, that can tilt the difference. Give me the Eagles to win in the cover. Over-unders next week. Live call-in show next week. Props. We'll get all the props. Last year we made a ton of money. Big bands with the props. Thank you for listening to the video. Share the damn video. Subscribe. I'll be back next week. Everyone have a good week.